The stack is growing. External CD-ROM installation, night to night, amongst other things. But before I do that, I need to install Directory Opus 5, one of my favourite programs. It's I find a great file management program, and that's what I'll get on there today. I'm just in the DOS side of it, I've been formatting floppy disks. 720K DOS disks so that I can use them in cross-DOS on the Amiga. So I have an LHA file that is my IDE fix, and I find the easiest way to deal with LHA is to just install Directory Opus, which comes with a built-in LHA extractor. But before I do so, I want to copy, because I've got the original, these are the original Directory Opus disks, the 5.11 upgrade and the original version 5. So we'll get copies of these off first, because I don't really want to be using my originals if I can avoid it. Double checking that it's right protected. Last thing I want to do is overwrite my originals. think that disk might be. I've got a tick beside it. Oh, it's okay. Let's try formatting it. Dodgy disk, I think. Dodgy disk. This one's not promising straight off the bat. Okay, rightio. That goes in the dud pile. Yeah, how are you, Mev? Yep. So I've put a Supra, it's a Supra SCSI hard drive controller. Actually, I can show you one, Sans hard drive. I've got a few of these things. This one, this is what they look like. Bloody handy if you've got SCSI hard drives hanging around and Amiga 2000s. So, you know, you've got the cutout space there for the hard drive itself, and metal rails with a backing plate with a hole there to accommodate an external SCSI connector, which is what I've got on this one. And so you've got your SCSI connector there, you can see the gold pins there, internal 50 pin, and then you've got the smaller connector just behind it there for the external, and then power is derived through the Zorro 2 up and through that connector there. And yeah, so that's a Supra. It doesn't actually have a name as such. I did see it called a couple of different things, but it doesn't actually have any naming on it. It's just got 1989 Supra Corp. And so that's running a 2.1 gig SCSI drive. That's what you were seeing now, running the operating system. Amiga OS, that is. 2.1. And previous setup was compact flash, but I really want to go sort of old school, original, you know what I mean? Yeah, the Supra stuff is bloody good. So yeah, I'm sort of trying to go old school with it really, as much as I can. Make it original. She's starting to get really packed out, this machine now. We've got a accelerator card in the CPU slot. And then we've got the Supra card in the next Zorro 2. Oh yeah. So that's, because it's a 2500, I've stuck with the original 020 on the accelerator. Then we've got a Supra with a 2.1 gig HP or a spinner, and then we've got 2 megs of RAM card there. We've got the bridge board, and then we've got a no, not AGA, and then we've got a VGA adapter, 16-bit, but it's sitting in an 8-bit slot. I actually tried it in the 16-bit slot last night. It does not like it. There are dip switches on that VGA card, so I'm wondering if it has to be switched into 16-bit mode. I'm not 100% sure about that. And then I've got a Pico Gus. So at the moment, and also that 1010, yeah, there's a VGA card, yeah, because I'm running a bridge board. And so I got external A1010 from Carsonomi. That is a 1.4 meg floppy drive that I'm running on the PC side. And so we're running, so yeah, she's really packed, man, she's really packed. It's not quite as packed as I want it to be. So there's the accelerator, that's the accelerator there, hard card, RAM, bridge board. We've got a spare 16-bit and Zorro slot here. She's a bloody ball, alright. And a VGA card and Pico Gus. So I'm not sure if you saw it, but I was playing Railroad Tycoon, because that's a 286 bridge board, right? So I'm running a 286 in the Amiga. And you can see that running if I go in here. You may have seen some of this already, I don't know, but I might get content. I wonder if I get content match on this Cure song. Sitting there listening to the playlist the other day, that Cure song might get a hit. I don't think so. There is a 386 version. So if I run this here, oh, actually, it could possibly already be running. Yeah, it is already running. Right. And so I was playing Railroad Tycoon on both the PC side and the Amiga side at the same time. Yeah. Got DOS 5 on here. It seemed reasonably appropriate. I mean, 286, probably DOS 3, is it? I'm not 100% sure without looking up the dates, but I thought DOS 5 is quite appropriate. And so, yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, because I've got the VGA card in the machine, I can switch across to just using KVM. And as long as the OSSC gets its knickers in a knot from time to time, switching these modes. And this is running, so pretty much the bridge board runs when the Amiga runs. You know, you can't turn it off as such without removing the card. You can reset it, you can do like a warm boot and things like that. You know, I've never played Commander Keen. I am pretty keen to explore some of these old games because I didn't have a 286 back in the day. I was kind of skipped all that because I had an Amiga. I had an Amiga right up until 486 DX4 100 era. And so that was where I first came into PC, was the DX4 100. So some of that older stuff I've not played. I didn't play, what did I play in the 486? I played like Doom, of course, Heretic and Hex and stuff like that, but I do remember playing like X-Wing, things like that. So that's just running in a window there. Pretty cool. The 286 is definitely not Y2K compatible, so the dates and everything are all screwed up. I've got it set to 1999 date, sometime in 1999. So yeah. It is 7 point something. Does that sound right? I haven't got any utilities on here to show you that, but it's the standard default. Yeah. So the only way to, I think Gadget UK's done some videos on, you know, swapping out the crystal and things like that. So yeah, she's a bog standard 286 with 640k of RAM. So nothing to write home about, but I haven't really got to the point where I'm looking at doing the upgrades at this stage. I had a bit of trouble with, I've got an XT as well, an 8088, but I had trouble with it reading the floppy drive, or picking up the floppy drive. No, it's DIP. I think it's DIP. Oh, that's the other little job I've got to do, is replace the battery on this Amiga board. So all of these cards are going to have to come out. There's lots of fun. The good thing about the 5.11 Directory Opus upgrade is it gives you extraction, full-on LHA extraction, which is handy. You don't have to install LHA manually and, you know, run it in the command line and all that. I've done that before, run it in the command line, but it's just a whole lot easier with Directory Opus. So good. And I've only really touched the surface with Directory Opus. I just use it for the basics, really. It's just so good. Compared to using Workbench for some of these file operations, it's just so nice, so nice. Would it be 7 megahertz? Is that the original speed of a 286? Have I got that right? I've actually got an ADF. It meant its file name is 5_32 or something like that. So there might even be a later one. Six or 8. I think this might be an 8. Would be cool to upgrade it. I'm trying to remember what problems Gadget UK had. I think he might have had issues with like the speed of the RAM. Is that Amiga compatible? Ah, that'll be worth a look at. Opus 5, 1995. Oh yeah. Open the LHA directory, double click the installer. What? Okay. I've got to put the installer on here and LHA, because I think you need LHA to extract the installer. Caught in a bit of a catch-22 there. Oh well. This is why it's handy to have cross-DOS and some 720K IBM formatted discs. Makes this pretty handy. It's a matter of tracking the files down. It's a problem when you get so many different applications and bits and pieces, it gets difficult to find stuff sometimes. So cross-DOS is pretty easy to configure. So just for those who are not familiar, so you can, with cross-DOS installed, you can read IBM formatted 720K disks on your Amiga floppy drives. And OS Workbench 2.1, you basically, all you have to do is go into your expansions, storage, DOS drivers, and you've got the PC0, PC1, and so that's, you know, that's to map the DOS driver for DF0 with drive floppy 0, if you like, and DF1, and I've actually got DF. If you've got like DF2, you can just copy these. So what you do is you copy those out to devs. You copy those to devs and DOS drivers, and you can see there that I've got copies of those PC0, PC1 here and here. And what you can do if you've got an extra drive like DF2, you can just copy, you know, like just take a copy of that. That you rename it to just PC2, and then you've got to go to information here and set the unit to 2 and save that. And so if I connect another floppy disk drive, so like an external, do I have it? Oh, actually, yeah, I do have an external drive connected to this one. That's that A1010 that you can see there. And so, and then reboot, and when you insert, you'll probably notice this if I insert an Amiga disk. This is Amiga formatted. You've got, that's the actual disk, right? But you'll see here you've also got this PC0, and it doesn't know what it is, but if I put in if I take that out, that Amiga one, and I put in a PC formatted 720K disk, it'll read it. It's just called B because that's its label, but that should have LHA.run on it, which I've copied there. Yeah, so that's quite handy. So I've got a USB floppy drive plugged into my main rig, and if I want to copy stuff across, it's quite easy. But of course you're limited to 720K. But for a lot of this stuff, that's fine. And if I want to do large transfers of like bulk stuff, I can probably use this CD-ROM, which is, you know, that's partly what I'm doing, is getting to the point where I can actually install the setup routine on the drivers for this external CD-ROM drive you can see sitting on top of the machine there. Except I've got a bad block. I've got a faulty disk. Although I'm not 100% sure the disk is faulty, because it formatted absolutely fine on my DOS machine, which is running on this very Amiga. And I can demonstrate that. If I put this Amiga, sorry, it's a IBM formatted disk, the one that just failed on the Amiga. If I put that into the floppy disk drive of the disk drive connected to the Yeah, exactly. I don't need a separate 286. I do have one though. That's a project for another day. But if I format you got to have this expanded, otherwise you can't type in the other screen. So bear in mind this is running on the Amiga, this PC. It's pretty cool. Format A/F720. See, it seems pretty happy. Try that with a different disc. See, it's labelled B as well. It's is it working? Seems to be. Yep, that's working. Okay. And LHA extracts these different versions for use with different processors. So if you're running stock, you just rename that LHA underscore 68K to just LHA, and away you go. But I'm running an 020, so I might as well use that version. God, I'm using DOS commands, aren't I? I think you might have to. You might have to do this. Yep, and then you copy LHA to where is it? C drive, the C folder, which is SCSI. So if we should have LHA in there. Yep. And so if you just type LHA, you can tell it's running because you're getting basically the help file. And then, so what we have to do now is get the install file across. See, no bad sectors, but it definitely didn't like that disk. This other one seems to be okay. That's good. of course, DOS is using 8.3 file names. I'm not sure if I should extract it there. Oh, g'day Into. How are you going tonight? Oh, thanks for the sub, Into. Appreciate it. What am I doing? We'll put it in work. Oh yeah? Setting up a PBX, eh? Sounds interesting. Or you're going to be able to dial into your system one day. Can I not do that? Oh, maybe I'll just do it in directory opus. I thought I could do that. Or do I have to put... Surely you don't have to... Oh, I've got some sort of syntax issue there. Oh, okay. Ah. Have I got it running already? Maybe, did I have to do a reboot since I've installed the updates, maybe? Anyway, let's go here and do it. Oh, it wants me to register again? it's the strangest icon for rename. So if you want to rename this file here, it's got like a new page with a question mark on it. I guess that means the question mark's kind of implying you could just name it whatever you like. It's just a bit strange. I probably don't even have to rename it. It's just that I'm doing that because if I keep it there, I just want to know what it is. Thank God Amiga DOS didn't have that stupid 8.3 restriction, eh? You know, the 8.3 name, file name. I guess that was a hangover from the early days. So what we can do is we can just select this and go up here and go LHA extract, and then select a destination. We'll put it in here. I'm hoping it's just not going to extract into the root. I hope it's going to create a subfolder. Soon find out. The syntax is pretty straightforward. It's something like LHAX and then the file name, and then you put in the command line. I think you put in the destination. Yeah, or if you don't put the destination in it, I think it creates the folder. Yeah, like this here, if you do it in command line. Right, we need the installer to run the installer. Copy it to C again, is it? Yeah, Workbench C folder. So basically, sometimes this is easier to do in command line, but it goes in there. And then, what was I trying to do? Install LH IDE fix to see if I can get the CD-ROM working. Yeah, so if I want to do it manually, just go new shell, and we'll go to work. IDE fix, and then you just do LHA just X, I think, X, and then the file name. And if you don't feed it any parameters, it should just extract it to a folder. Skipping one file. Copy IDE libs IO error. What if I should try copying that file again? Copy IDE libs. It sounds important, doesn't it? Yeah, I've got quite a bit to do as well. I want to sort of have a little bit of stuff that I can actually demonstrate as in, like programs and things like that on these handhelds and calculators that I'm bringing over. And I don't have anything at this stage. All bugger all anyway. I thought what I might do is make a little program so that you can just hit a button and it prints out like my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel URLs, things like that, just on a piece of like receipt printed paper basically. Discord invite, that's a good idea. Yeah. How many mice do you have to clean up? How many? Oh man, that's going to be so cool, Into. Faxing. Nice. How many mice are you taking, Mev? How many computers are you taking? More to the point. G'day, Evil C. How you going? 2 machines. Oh yeah. I thought they might have complained that there was a file already there, unless I've got my syntax wrong, which is quite possible. You get a bit rusty on Amiga DOS after using the PC for a bit. I'm just going to delete that and try that again to make sure it's... The other thing I like about Amiga DOS, out of the box, you don't need to install DOS key. Oh man, that sounds really cool. Just to hear that dialing tones and whatnot, it's going to be really cool. Watch the data flow. Yeah, God knows where this bloody file's ending up. Because of my syntax. Oh, it is turning up there, okay. Well, let's see. Let's delete this folder. Drawer, I should say. That's better. Now I should be able to install it. Yay! Sign my life away. This is actually commercial software, by the way. So I'm just going to Cloanto might get upset with me if I give you all my key. It's actually a key that works for everyone. Did I hear you say, Evil C, that you can't make it to the meetup? I think you were going to come though, were you, originally? Did I hear you say you've got obligations? Oh, bugger. Right, hoping. Actually, I need to change. Super Scuzzy should find it. I'm hoping. Yep. It should find the hard drive on there as well, I would have thought. Oh, maybe it's just looking. Oh, yeah, because I don't have show all device types on there. So, yep, that's the one I want. How many? One. I could have brought me 7, or was it 5, CD stacker. Use SCSI Direct, I think that's fine. Would you like the CD-ROM drive automatically? Yes, automatically What is the name of the Amiga DOS device? CD4. I think I'll make it CD1. Or CD0 is probably more appropriate, isn't it? Since all the drives start at 0. Yep. Apparently there's a CD32 emulator as well in this package. Yeah. Yeah, I've had multiple drives set up on this. Oh, not on this computer, on another one. I've got like a 5 CD disc changer or 7 CD disc changer. And it's, yeah, it's madness. It's just madness. So now, oh, we need a CD. I'll be right back. I'll just grab a disc. I'll let you watch our little kitten for a bit. She's no longer a kitten. She's a year old now, but it's Alice the cat. She's still super cute. She's quite, she's sort of grown longer fur and that. She's got quite a ruff on the front. Yeah, she's pretty cute. And now, I've got a little selection of CDs. I'm not sure if that will actually work. That's for the CD TV. Classic board games, could be interesting. If anyone's got a CD TV they want to do exchange or something. I'd love to get a CD TV. James Pond CD32, that'll be an AGA release I think, so that won't work. Simon the Sorcerer, probably also AGA, I guess. I know Super Frog will work. Sound. Oh, g'day, Escordian. Yep, sorry. Bear in mind that while this is running, I've also got a 286 running. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it does. But I'm going to be mounting a 5¼ inch 1.2 meg floppy disk drive in that bay, which is where it belongs when you have a bridge board. And so I thought the best way to deal with it is to put an external on. Yeah. And I've got a CD in my other Amiga 2000s. I've got SCSI CDs in them, possibly even IDE in some of them. Yeah, so this thing's going to be tricked out. Ooh, it just rebooted, did it? I don't know. Some weird. Yeah, definitely. I won't play this for long. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it all together. There's a couple of things I want to do with this. I'll show you. And I've kind of made a start on it this evening, but it's not going to plan at this stage, but that's not the Amiga's fault. I think it's more to do with the I/O card that I'm using. I'll show you what my plan is. There's a few things to overcome. And you'll see, because it's getting pretty full. Get you a better view of the slots down in here. So we've got CPU card, yeah, and then this is the hard drive card with the external SCSI connector. That's what I'm running the CD-ROM from. And there's no slot down in here. It looks like quite a big gap, and it is, but there's no slot in here. There's another, so that's Zorro slot. This next Zorro slot is populated with 2 megs of RAM. And then we've got the bridge board. Oh, there's another Zorro slot down here. But what you got to bear in mind is that the bridge board has a like a little daughter board sandwiched onto it, so that obstructs the Zorro 2 slot down in here. Sorry. And then, so the bridge board is populating a 16-bit slot and a Zorro slot, and there's only 2 of those, right? 2 of those combo slots. And the next one, you can see it's actually down in here underneath that speaker cable. You see it running along here, running along there. That's a 16-bit slot and then a Zorro slot. So I've got a 16-bit slot free. And then I've got the VGA card sitting there in an 8-bit slot, and the Pico Gus sitting next to it in an 8-bit slot. The VGA card is a 16-bit card, but when I swap the VGA card into the 16-bit slot, it doesn't like it. I don't know what's going on, but I suspect that maybe the VGA card's actually set up for 8-bit. There are dip switches on the back of the VGA card. I think maybe I just need to switch it to 16-bit mode. I'm not 100% sure about that. Yeah, that is a really good question. So far so good. So far so good. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to put in a I/O controller and run the actual PC side of it on a spinning disk IDE. Because at the moment the 286, the C drive for the 286 is actually sitting in a hard file on the PC, in the Amiga OS file system. And so ideally for performance, and just because I can or might be able to, is could run the C drive on a spinner, like the PC's file system on an actual spinner, not in a file, but like a proper DOS format. And so the plan was to maybe, if I can get a 16-bit I/O card that works, because I suspect the one I tried, and I've got a PC over here that I was trying to get a hard drive working in. It's probably not the best option for testing it because it's got onboard I/O controller, but I can disable the floppy controller and the IDE controller on the motherboard, and then I'll slot it in a 16-bit card, which I haven't had much luck with. I suspect it might be faulty, but I just don't know at this stage. And so, I think if I can find myself a good 16-bit I/O card, I can run the spinner. Yeah. And I think maybe in the meantime, just sort of thinking, as you said about the wattage and the space, there's a space issue, right? So the wattage, I sort of wonder if maybe I could just install a little Pico, what are they? Pico ATX power supply or something like that, just to supply maybe just the hard drives, and you know, and then the other thing I can do also, you can see at the back of those 8-bit slots, like where the Pico Gus is, there you can see there's a footprint for another 16-bit card edge connector, and there's one underneath that VGA card I can populate as well. And that's what people do, is they populate these out with 16-bit, so you end up with 3 16-bit slots. But the other issue potentially I'm going to have is space and potentially cooling. So where do I put my spinner for my DOS file system? That's the other thing. And I could run compact flash, but I don't want to. If I can do it all with spinners, I will, because I'm a sadist. And so that's, you know, that would be cool, but we could work out something. I've actually got, you know, like a tray that holds a hard drive. You can just, it's like an aluminium plate that's got a backing plate on it, and it's just got the holes to mount a hard drive onto it, and that's all it does, just holds a hard drive. And I wonder if I can slot that down, you know, down in here somewhere maybe, but I do have to be careful and make sure everything's all screwed up so they don't touch each other and things like that. Maybe even put insulation cards and whatnot down in between each device. Then I have to think about cooling. You know, this little, that 286 there, that pumps out a bit of heat, so I might have to look at fans. Yeah, so she's a work in progress. It's good to get that. It's good to get the CD-ROM working. Yeah, so it's a bit of a project. I've spent quite a bit of time on it already just to get it to this point. I'm learning a lot because I didn't know much about the bridge board, and so now that I know the process, it's fun. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really enjoy doing this sort of stuff. Enjoy it more than playing the games sometimes. I do like to play a few games here and there, but I actually have just about more fun, you know, making systems do their thing and installing the operating systems, things like that. Getting CD-ROM drives working, I mean, you know. And PC cards in your Amiga. And I like doing crazy stuff like this. Running 2 copies of the same game on different architectures on the same computer is, I find, quite hilarious. I have to install it on the other computer, on the Amiga. I just have to install it, but this runs. People who have been watching the stream will have seen this before, but yeah, it goes pretty well. It runs alright. You'll get to see the difference between the 2 versions here quite nicely. It's like almost side by side. If I had 2 monitors connected, I could actually have them both running literally side by side. I'm not running the install, am I? Oh. It's going to run off the floppy, is it? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. What's it doing? I don't know the look of it. One moment, please. Does anyone know how to kill a task in an Amiga? Off the top of the head? Three finger salute. Was that wrong? I might have to reboot, yeah. What are you doing? That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's just the. There is an AGA version of SuperFrog on that CD, but it runs on this computer, so it must be just a standard version as well. Yeah. Oh, I didn't initialize the pico gas. There's an easy way to deal with this. Reset it. I should just set all this up on auto exec, but in the meantime I'll just run the commands manually. Right. Let's run this comparison. Audio at least. Yeah, so that's the trick. You've actually got to have this window open to have keyboard control in this side of it. Okay, so that's the PC version running in AdLib. This is the Amiga version. Hopefully I'll be able to switch between the two. That's the PC version. It's a bit nicer. AdLib. Amiga. It's faster paced, isn't it? Although it is running on 286 on the PC side. But that's quite... So, the same game running in two different operating systems on the same machine, that really tickles my fancy. So we can have the Amiga sound when playing this. Yeah, so I don't have control of the PC at the moment, so I just hit enter then, right? What that did was it got me into this part here, right? It basically just stopped the music and got me into this menu. So I'm not quite sure how I can, you know, like I can't drag that screen down. You know, like I need to be able to get back into that PC side of things to actually control the PC. So you can't actually play the game simultaneously. Yeah, doesn't it? I agree, Mr. C. The Amiga version is so much nicer. And it's not like, I was talking about this yesterday, it's not like it would be a lazy port or anything like that, eh? I mean, it's a Sid Meier's product. They released it for PC and Amiga. I just think the difference is that they probably had to make the PC version sort of backwards compatible with some of the old machines. You know, like it runs on a 286. Actually, it runs on an XT or a PC. Actually, I think it runs on a PC, original PC. So you're not talking about a lot in the way of speed. I think is probably their thinking in the day. Whereas the Amiga, you had the Amiga 500, it actually runs quite nicely on an Amiga 500. And you get the nice sound and everything as well. I mean, it really just shows you that the Amiga was ahead of its time when it first came out. But yeah, I think I have to quit out because I'm not sure how I can like alt tab out, if you know what I mean. And you get this when you quit the Amiga version. And just take note of the games there. We've got F15 Strike Eagle 2, which I think I've got. Yeah, I do. I have that. I've got F19 as well. Oh, okay. Interesting. And you've got Pirates and Tank Platoon, M1 Tank Platoon. I think I've got Tank Platoon as well. I've got 3 of those games. I don't have the boxed version of Pirates. But I've got the PC version of M1 Tank Platoon, and I've got the PC version of F15 Strike Eagle 2, and I've got the Amiga version of the F19 Stealth Fighter. And I might even have that on PC as well. That's cool. But when you quit so to get control back of the PC, you have to go back into the screen and maximize this here. And this does not reflect what's being showed in or displayed from the VGA card. If I switch across to the VGA card, we're here, right? So now I've got control. So I'm not sure how you would... I don't think you'd be able to play them simultaneously. July 23rd. I will save that date. We'll have to do an Amiga stream on July 23, eh? Yep, I do. I've got two of them actually. One's not working. You can see them just there. One's in bits at the moment because it's not a happy camper. I've been meaning to crank it up because I'm sure there'll be people potentially watching that might be able to, you know, shed some light into what the problem is. Oh, this is not cracked, this one. That's, I don't know, could be a planet or, I don't know, doesn't really matter. It's not a Norris. Oh, and I don't have the other mouse plugged in. No. Let's do that. So port 2 on the Amiga, you know, like mouse port 2, you can have it set so that if you've got a mouse plugged into it, you get mouse control on the PC. But if we have a wee listen to the lack of music. Doesn't it? I played this originally on the Amiga, so I got a bit of a fright when I played the PC version. And so listen to this. This is what you get when you quit the PC version. So we've got F-15 Strike Eagle, F-19 Stealth Fighter, and then we've got Sword of the Samurai and Silent Service 2 on the PC version. That's it. That's all you get. That's all she wrote. You get an ad-lib train horn sound. Battle Chess runs. Battle Chess 2, I don't know how to play it because it's Chinese. Chinese rules, it's quite different. The music at the start's pretty cool though. Yeah. Yep. I would have been happy with it if I had a PC back in the day. And then, well, Sound Blaster came out, didn't it? Sort of changed the game again. F15 stroke equal 2. System requirements. PC / XT / AT / PS2 Tandy 1000 / 3000 and most compatibles. 384K required. Supports most CGA, EGA Hercules Mono, VGA / M CGA 256 color, and Tandy 1000. Joystick optional but recommended. Super 3D graphics. Micro Pros. So the plan for this PC, well, Bridgeboard sitting in here, is to actually replace that the floppy drive. See, I've got, at the moment I'm running that 1.44 meg sitting on top of the A1010 Amiga floppy. That was just for convenience to start with, but I'm going to put in a 1.2 5¼ inch drive, which is what came with the Bridgeboard. Like, that's what you would have run, and that way I can actually install F15 stroke equal 2 from the original discs. Well, I'll copy them first, but that's if they're any good. 3 discs. That could be worth exploring, couldn't it? But I'm probably best to do that. It's not really Amiga April appropriate, is it? And I'm wondering if I might be able to get a bit more performance if I go for a separate hard drive, because, you know, that's all coming off this flat file, you know, just sitting in the Amiga filing system. It's in this PCHD folder here, drive C. That's the C drive that the Bridgeboard's, you know, running its DOS operating system from. And I've got an old drive C old here, just a previous install that I had on a compact flash. That's a DOS 6.22, and I thought probably more appropriate to put DOS 5 on it. So I created a new, it's kind of like a VHD, virtual hard disk in a way. It's kind of cool. So yeah, I don't know how to play this thing. So yeah, before I go installing the C15, I'd like to copy those discs, or at least see if they're any good. But there's a few other games I'd like to play on this machine as well. But I think for tonight, we can just leave that running. I mean, it runs anyway, the PC bridgeboard, and play one of my favourites is Railroad Tycoon. It's a bit quicker on this machine too, bearing in mind though that this is a 020 processor. It's not a bog standard 68,000. Scranton. Stuff going on in Scranton. Demands livestock. Grain. Supplies coal. There's got a few passengers there. Wellington. There's not much going on, is there? Edison. That looks chunky. There's livestock there. So I could ship livestock across to Scranton. Is that right? Yeah. And passengers and mail. With a bridge, which is always a worry because they wash out. New York, there's a port in New York. It demands grain and coal. And so if I give it coal, it'll create steel. And I can drag this coal here. It could be worth... Sort of wondering if I could capture... Probably won't be able to capture both Patterson and New York with a terminal. There should be a Trenton down here. Yeah, Trenton's looking really sad. There's only about 3 people there. Philadelphia's got a port. More livestock down here. But I mean, just this little route here would probably make quite a bit. And then if I come across Bridgeport, then would be Poughkeepsie is the New Haven, Providence. I mean, there's some chunky looking cities there, so it could be worth a look at later on. Expensive. Oh, there's another city up here, Hartford. Poughkeepsie, there's Poughkeepsie there. But I reckon probably even just put a depot in. Oh, actually, station might get these houses out to the right there too. Geez, it runs so much nicer on this. I mean, the DOS version does run quite nicely on like a 486. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's mountains here though, isn't there? That's going to be a pain in the butt. Mountains and then it'll be worth it though. We'll probably just tunnel through here. It's expensive, but population, is it? Yeah. I reckon if I potentially, if I put a terminal there, that should capture a lot. Yeah, that'll do me. Medicine terminal. 2.25 is not too bad. 3 starting to get into the foothills, I think. I'm just going to have to suck that up. 4.5, I'll build a tunnel. I could spend all my money and not be able to get across the river. 4-mile tunnel required, 80,000. Oh, not too bad. Wooden trestle. It's going to have to be that. They often get washed away in floods. It's going to be a nice straight track here though. To Scranton. If I go one more, I can capture that with a station. lots of passengers, that's good. Can make quite a bit out of. Okay. Crusty little grasshopper. That's cute though. But cute is not what you want in a bloody locomotive, is it? Not when we're into making money. I'm just going to go with a default sort of setup with passengers and mail between these two towns. Did I set up? Well, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. He's just loading there. Probably don't have the money. Actually, I can start shipping livestock as well. I'm going to put in a signal tower here so I can stop trains before they fall into the abyss when this bloody bridge gets washed away. Do I want to do it that close? No, probably don't. Just want to break this track up a little bit. And then create another. What have we got sitting here? We've got livestock coming online. Bit of petroleum, but we don't have any demand for petroleum at this other station that I... No, there's no demand for that. Wood and coal. Will it let me build a station? It will. Probably want to capture these houses over here, so it's going to be time for another bridge, but start getting some cash in first. Probably actually cut down the amount of passengers. It's not that many at this stage, and I'll get him to pick up. What have we got? One passenger, one mail. Probably do it. $38,000 revenue. And I reckon another crappy wooden trestle. I think if I go right across both of these rivers here and capture a little bit more. Will it let me do this? I don't have money. Yeah, it's put me in the red. Still lets me build though. Yeah, I reckon a station there will go quite well. And another train. So it's going to let me buy another train? Jeez. It's letting me go right in the red. So I want to be shipping this coal. I'm tempted to make another track to link up once I get myself out of the red, because I don't think it'll let me build any more track, will it? Yeah, out of funds. Fair enough. I could probably issue a bond. Probably grab a bond. 5% interest. But I think it'll be worth it. Problem is I don't have anyone to buy the steel at this stage. Depot get there? I can get all three. Cars of coal per year, that's not too bad. New train. We want to New York, no, we want Patterson Hills to New York with coal. Probably 3 coal cars and then return with caboose only at this stage. And I'll need to put a maintenance shop in, probably at New York would be the appropriate place for it, because this train's not going to get any maintenance. Can I upgrade it? Upgrade, how do I? Improve station. Engine, no. Maintenance shop. Priority shipment, coal from Scranton to Patterson. It's 300,000, but dropping fast. So I'll get that train to pick up the coal from Patterson.
Okay, let's track it.
Pretty sure from Scranton, sorry. So we'll put just the default passenger and mail with the coal car. So that should have a priority. Yeah, priority pickup coal. The bonus will be with bugger all, but probably by the time this train gets back. It needs to be delivered here. Yeah, priority coal delivery to Patterson. So if you play this on the hardest level, it's a cutthroat competition. So buying and selling, you know, shares and whatnot comes into it, because if you don't buy your own shares, the share price stays quite low, and the other guys can come in and buy you out. Basically, it just ends the game. But I've spent all my cash. This bonus is going to disappear by the time that train gets there. It seems to be very good at waiting until your train's the furthest possible distance from the priority pickup. Negative profit. I think they call that a loss. We'll get there. Just takes a wee while to ramp up sometimes. I need to find someone who's keen to buy steel. The later version, Railroad Tycoon 2, you can sort of zoom out and then put a filter on over the map, and so it filters out, you can filter out who's demanding and supplying like some coal, and you get a better overview, whereas this version you kind of have to search manually around the map. Bonus is down to 100,000. We'll find someone who's got a steel mill. Is that, or is it? Demands grain and coal. Steel. creates manufactured goods, but it's bloody miles away. Harrisburg. It's down the river. Actually it's directly south, isn't it? Allentown. Yeah, it's sort of southwest. Bigger, better, faster. Norris. I should probably upgrade my 2 trains. Down here, Norfolk. Raleigh. Demand steel. That's even further away. Well, yeah, got 71,000 for that coal into New York. That wasn't bad. But geez, yeah, really, that's a fair haul. Yeah, that is delivered. Okay. Is there a factory there? Where's that? Washington. There's another one there. That's Harrisburg. Oh yeah, so it's even further away. Harrisburg looks like probably the closest. Here. There's oppositions track there. I reckon Harrisburg is probably going to be the closest. Bloody expensive track though. Priority shipment from Patterson Hills to Patterson. I don't think I'll bother. It's only 81,000 and I'd have to make a new train pretty much to do that or change the consist. Up to second. I'm going to need to be making a crap load of money though to really take advantage of the steel that I'm manufacturing here. We've got manufactured goods up the wazoo in New York as well. I could probably put a train on. So, and there's passengers there as well. So let's see. Patterson demand manufactured goods. Yes, small demand for it. Let's see, Scranton. Scranton, no, not demanding. I'm just going to put in a new train to between New York and Patterson. Oh, I need to upgrade those other two as well. Yeah, then we've got the Norris. So the steel would come directly from New York. Probably scoot around the bottom of these mountains, come across this river, possibly even link up with Allentown, and then just keep heading southwest to Harrisburg. And it'll benefit from the passenger traffic and the mail traffic there as well. But it's an expensive route just for, I mean, it'll be a really long-term solution to sort of got to get a bit of income coming in. Oh, look at all this. Livestock, passengers up the wazoo. Priority delivery food. Okay, I need to get that. Where's it going though? That's the problem. It's food. Huh. Pick up. Oh, is that one? Oh, that's all right. What have they got going on here? Livestock. Petroleum. Not food. 3 passengers. And a mail. I think I'll grab those. It's Patterson, isn't it? Upgrade that engine. Oh, yeah, starting to make a bit of money. manufactured goods and passengers and mail. Probably start building my new route, but probably want to actually save up until I've got the money to build the whole route, because you pay overhead on the tracks, so there's no point having tracks sort of leading part way somewhere and not being able to make money off them. But sometimes it's difficult to judge how much money you need as well, so you do end up sort of building unfinished tracks and not connected to anything. Ooh, 3 waiting. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, I need to put a signal tower down here. That will be. Patterson now accepts grain. paying heaps for coal, mail and passengers. What's Patterson paying for? Passengers and mail and manufactured goods, that's good. We've got livestock here and petroleum. Somewhere to accept petroleum would be quite needy too. They're paying a lot for passengers as well. Coal. I could ship coal. New York. Probably need another train to do that though. Probably need to look at double tracking some of this as well. Unfortunately, you can't double track a wooden trestle. Ooh, 90,000 for the coal. I was only 2,000 profit of becoming first. That's good. I can. Or you can do diagonal wooden trestles. Oh, I don't think you could cross a river diagonally. Handy. Alright, so I've got to get around here. Man, it's going to take ages for those trains to get there. Ah, I could be shipping livestock, can't I? Yeah, demands livestock. Oh, so just missed a little opportunity there. Got livestock sitting here. I'll start shipping livestock. Patterson. Could have been doing that right from the start. Oh well. Coal's doing really well, and this livestock will start to produce food over in Scranton, and hopefully Patterson, I mean it's a reasonably big city, should be demanding food. It's not. That might come up. About New York, are they demanding food? Nope, not at all. Okay. Right, I think I can get back to building this track here down to Harrisburg. Got a skirt around this river here. He's going to make a bit of money, I'd say. What's the demand like? Yeah, livestock, there's hardly any demand, but I think once that factory starts to crank up a bit, that demand should increase, I think. second. So what's he on doing? Oh, he's, look, geez, he's 411,000 profit. Yeah, it's not that great. It's just because the livestock's, see the livestock demands come up now. So it seems that as soon as you start to deliver, even though, you know, when the demand's really low, this first delivery pumps the demand up. It's almost like they're saying, well, this guy can actually deliver livestock now, so start paying for it. There's actually more livestock over here, but need a bridge. Too expensive. Got plenty of livestock here anyway. Another couple of cars there. As things develop too, I might be able to get that petroleum into somewhere. We'll accept it. This track to Harrisburg now. Actually get most of it with a depot. In the meantime, oh actually there's coal there, isn't there? Yeah, I could ship some of that coal back. I'll go for a terminal. Just wondering if I can capture that other coal. Might be able to. If I go across two from here, maybe. I don't have the money now though. You have to wait for a little bit more. Because it could be worth shipping that coal back here. There's still high demand for coal, especially when I start shipping this steel out of here. And then I can ship coal and manufactured goods. Do they demand goods? New York, they will. It's low demand now, but as soon as I start shipping it, Demand should increase. Livestock is dropping. Okay. Now I've cleared the supply out, I'll just drop that down to 1 car. Passengers from Peterson Hills to New York. I can do that. Problem is my train's just left. Actually, can I turn him around? It's got 40 tons of coal on though. 80 tons. I could just... Bonus is going to duplate. So what was it? Messenger, what is it? Passengers. Let's just grab it next time. And it's on the route, so I don't have to change the route. It's quite handy. There's only one food. I should have actually made that train wait. I can do that with the signal towers, because then that would release this train here to go back to this depot where I've got the bonus shipment. That's all good. So now I should be able to now if I put the terminal in there, I need to go one more. I can capture both of those coal mines, plus the factory, plus most of the town. Purchase 10,000 shares. No, I don't want to do that. It's going to put me in the red big time. That's all good. And then, so now I can build a train. We want them to New York to Harrisburg. Shipping steel. Steel, probably only really want to go maximum 3 cars in, and that's quite a bit. It's so heavy. So New York is first stop. Harrisburg, pick up probably a couple of coal and manufactured goods, is it? It's going to be, I think. Harrisburg, factory, yeah, manufactured goods. That's going to take quite a while for that train to get there. That's that's a long route. So he's coming in now. He'll pick up that priority passenger shipment and deliver it back to New York, but the bonus is dropping all the time. So and you would kind of expect that new train just to start at New York because that was the first station, but the engine shop's in Patterson, so that's where the first station was that I built. You get an engine shop with it, and so the engine's got to come out of the engine shop and, you know, head to its first stop, the pickup. Profits are about the same. You see, this guy's making 600,000. Right, if I hold, I can tell that to hold, so that train will hold there, and so will this one coming in, to allow this guy here to come up straight run into New York, because there'll be no track blockages. Hey, Mr. Bogan. How you going? Playing on the Amiga tonight. Factory Town. At least I'll get close to 60k for this bonus. If it doesn't disappear on me. Yeah. Oh, I got 45,000 for that. And now I can release these trains. So I'm starting to ramp up now because, so what I'm doing here is I'm hauling coal up to New York here, and then it's creating steel from this port here, and you know, invested in this bloody track here all the way down to Harrisburg, down here where there's a factory. I'll turn my steel into manufactured goods, but I can also haul coal back as well. There's 2 coal mines here that I've captured with this terminal, and so it's an expensive route but lucrative. and I've also crossed the river to get up to Allentown here, so this could be quite a nice, lucrative route there. It's cost a hell of a lot of money to do it. I took out a $500,000 bond right at the start, so I've got like $1 million worth of bonds at 5%, and you know, hopefully I'll be able to pay those back at some stage soon. Yeah, so we've got 120 tons of steel on board here. And this poor little Norris is slogging its guts out. And so this route here is basically just passengers and mail, except Patterson is supplying livestock. And so I'm hauling livestock to Scranton, and it's being turned into food, and I'm shipping the food back to Patterson. So the routes I've got are reasonably efficient. That's slow though, isn't it? I'm kind of just waiting for bigger, better trains. And I need to maybe just double track this little section here. Passengers from Patterson Hills to Harrisburg. Oh, 600,000. That's going to take bloody ages to get there, though. It's tempting, but I just think that by the time I get there, it's probably not going to be worth that much. I could build a new train just to do that route. In fact, maybe I should. Yeah, see, it's dropping fast, but it's going to clog the system up a little bit, and it looks tempting, but I might just have to let that one go. Then again, if I put signal towers in, let's do it. Who knows? I'm going to need a train anyway. Express. here. Put a signal tower in there to set other trains on the track down to Harrisburg. Office coming up. Signal tower here. It's trucking along. Yeah, that bonus is down to 260,000 already.
Okay, let's track it.
If I had the money, I could build a track around here, but I don't. So he's got to pick up the priority passengers in Peterson Hills here, and then he'll have to go all the way out to New York, turn around, come back down again. Might not have been worth it, but it's one of those things you don't know until you try. It's ready. So no longer accepts grain, accepts petroleum. It's plain because that's where all the bloody petroleum is. Another city to accept petroleum. Demand for coal's gone down quite a bit. This will be an interesting payout. Watch him come in. Comes. How much are we going to get? 91,000. It's not bad. Not bad. Priority shipment's been picked up. And he's waiting for the coal train to come back. Wonder if I should chuck a train into Allentown, get passenger revenue. Except I can't afford to build any track. There's some demanding food. Yeah, they're paying quite good money for food, that's good. Now, just have to watch these guys here. So I might have to put a signal tower. Actually, they're probably going to meet on a... Where are they going to meet, roughly? It's probably where I want to put the signal tower. Probably wouldn't hurt to put another one down here anyway. You're all good. I'm just going to make him hold. Give this train here priority. I think you can give the trains priority as well without having to sort of manually switch these. Maintenance, that's within the period because it's taken 2 years to get down there. He's going to have to wait. So I can actually just put this to normal. Nearly back in the black. $83,000 left out of what? 600 and something thousand. Was it 700,000 to start with? That bonus. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them now. What's sitting here? There's plenty of coal and manufactured, actually passengers. I'll take 2 passengers of goods and a coal maybe? Passengers, goods and a coal. Better check that New York's demanding. Manufactured goods. Not sure it is. Oh yeah, it will. Oh, priority pick up passengers in New York. there's another bonus. Did I? Oh, there's two of them. Priority shipment. Oh, he's picked it up already. Where's it got to go to? Passengers. Oh, what? Got 83,000 over that. It's better than nothing. Oh, so where's it going to be shipped to? Did I just deliver the... Because I think it relays them. No. Relays the priority shipments. I'm wondering. Right, I think I can double track this section here. Yep. So it makes you wonder how much the passengers and the mail cars weigh. You know, when they're fully loaded. Is this still running on this computer? Oh no, I did quit out of there. Probably get quite a bit for this. Manufactured goods and 2 coal cars from Harrisburg to New York. I'm looking forward to better trains though. $85,000. Let's see, hopefully the demand for steel in Harrisburg is up. No, it's not. Yeah. Livestock. Sounds livestock. I wonder if I should link into Allentown now and try and get a bit of passenger revenue from there. Up on a bit of a hill. Wonder if I probably should try and capture those grain. Oh yeah. If I head across now, houses there. I'll miss out on those. That's probably okay. 6 of one, half dozen the other, because if I head west, I'll capture those houses, but I'll lose these. If I go up to get those houses, I'll lose this grain food factory. That's probably about right. It's going to put me in the red again. And I'm going to just start with a passenger and mail service to New York. Right. Let's have a look. Whoa, look at the demand for coal. And they're paying for massive passengers and mail, that's good. But I think Patterson might be paying more. No, not really. Jesus, plenty of passengers here as well. I wonder if I haul passengers and mail from Patterson down to Allentown. I reckon that's probably a good plan. It's going to congest this track though a bit more. Oh, hang on a second, who's coming back? I don't want that to go there. Go there. Where is that train? Near Allentown. There he goes there. Inching along. find grain, I can ship grain to Allentown. 2 factories there. Oh, Albany's a meaty looking prospect as well. Paper mill demands wood. That's livestock. Oh, what was that? New York no longer accepts manufactured goods, it now accepts paper. Oh, bugger. So now I can't ship manufactured goods from Harrisburg. I wonder if Allentown would accept, because I could just get the train to call back, call into Allentown with manufactured goods on the way back. Yeah, he'll take manufactured goods. So that train there, on the way back from Harrisburg, you can just pop into Allentown with that. Not the coal. Manufactured goods. Then in Allentown you can just do passengers. Geez, I'm seriously in the red though. Hasn't quite worked out as well as I thought it might have. Hill coming down. Problem is, it's such a long distance here between New York and Harrisburg. I'm sort of wondering if I should put a second train in to do that. Steel and yes, a few more steel sitting there. And there's manufactured goods there as well, but I could I could haul more steel, which I'll do that. And bring back that coal, since I'm not taking coal back from Harrisburg, because I've got that first train taking the manufactured goods to Allentown. So the second train I'll make steel pickup, New York, and coal back from Harrisburg. Crank this factory up down here. Wood in Allentown. Is there a... I'm not accepting wood. Wood. Patterson. So that new-ish train, Allentown, he could just pick up one passenger, a male and a wood. That works out pretty well. Oh, this guy's still set up for... Okay, so I could probably change his consist to get more steel, I guess. Steel. Remove the goods car from Harrisburg because New York no longer accepts it. And just carry back some coal, I guess, and a passenger. It's getting pretty congested up here. This needs to be double tracked, but I can't afford to do it. Is that wood? Yeah, makes paper. I'm not sure. That's been captured, so Patterson's going to make paper. I'm going to get that wood in there. Who accepts paper? Oh, yep. New York will pay for paper. So I could get Patterson to New York hauling paper. That's going to work out quite well. Actually, I can probably ramp this guy up a bit. He's do better. A lot of coal there. Let's get him hauling a bit more coal. But it's more to do with congestion than anything else here at the moment. If only I had more money, I could actually upgrade these trestle bridges to stone mason bridges and, you know, double track it. Oh, midnight. Scranton now accepts manufactured goods. Okay. I'm going to save it there. let's read across to Escordium. He's visited me today and return the favour there. Righto, thanks very much for watching. I'll pick this game up another day. Cheers, thanks for hanging out. I'll probably stream later on. Maybe during the week, some stage, maybe tomorrow. Cheers now.